Hi guys, and welcome back to Art Shop channel. Okay guys, we're on the final reveal of the and finish of the paintbrush cow. Okay, so what we're going to do now is it's not stuck on the board or anything like that, as you know if you've watched the other tutorials. We're going to put the eyes on, and I'm going to do a bit more shading and stick the whole thing onto the board. Now, to start with, I need to do the shading. So what I'm going to do is, I'm happy with the legs. They're all fine. Now, I need to take that off. Now, I'm taking that off because I don't want to get any of the shading powder, ghost powder on my board. So I'm going to use my ghost powder again and my brush. And what I'm going to do is, I just want to go in and do little shadows underneath all these things here and in there. And perhaps a little bit there, and there, and a big bit under there, okay? And just to see if I'm happy with the final outcome. So, without further ado, I'm just going to get my powder, tap off any excess, and then what I'm going to do is just go around and under there with it, and give some shadows, little highlighty, shadowy things. Okay, and also a little bit under there. So gently do it under there and under there. I think it needs it because it just looks like it's been stuck on, which it has. So, and it just gives it a bit more character if you do this, guys, and take your time and do it. So there's a bit of excess on this, so I'm going to blow that off. And yeah, so you get the idea that way. Okay, so I'm happy with that. I'm just going to get a bit more on my brush, and I think I'm just going to do a bit under there. So that needs something there. Now I need to do these, don't I? So let me just get my brush, fill with my powder, and tap that round. And some's going on the bottom of the actual horn, so that just adds to the effect. And see what I said before, it's going to cover up that glue from the glue gun, which it has. So you just need to go around and do that. And I'm going to put a bit on there because that's touching, and a bit on there, and then blow it off. Okay, so now we're going to do the top marks, these things here. So I'm just going to do a little bit there. I think I've got quite a lot on my brush, so I'm just going to gently offer it all around it and then go back over there like so, and that bit there, and that bit there, and that bit there. So let me just blow that off. So we've got that going on now, guys. So now is for the final touches. So am I happy with that? Let me just pop all those bits back, and I'm happy. So far so good. Probably do a bit of black, a little bit of black. Can you see this? A little bit of black under there. So that would be the bottom. So that would be fairly black, I would say. The bottom of the cow, if you can imagine that. So I'm going to put a little bit on there, a little bit more than normal. Okay, so now you've got that going on. Actually, I might put it a little bit under there. Just a little bit. Just to give the effect. Okay, so I'm going to go with that. So let me just give one final blow to get all the excess off and pop it back down. So let us get the board and see what it looks like, guys. Oh my god, this is looking amazing. Absolutely. Now, this is the time when you can mess about with it and say exactly where you want it. Obviously, there's a screw hole there. Some people use those, some people don't. I will probably use it, depending on what I do with it. Right, okay, so what I'm going to do next is I'm going to put the eye on. Now, like I said before, you can actually use a Posca and put the pen, you know, with the eyeball where you want it. Now, you can do it cross-eyed, that kind of thing, and that gives it a lot of interest. But I'm not going to do that on this occasion. But if that's the only thing you've got is a felt tip or a paint pen, then use that and just go around and make a little circle there and a little circle just in there, and you'll get a bit of a boss-eyed look. Or you can go to one side if the cow's looking to the right or the left. It's entirely up to you. But once you put the eyes on, it really comes alive. So on this occasion, I'm not going to do it. What I'm going to do is I'm going to use my PVA school glue, and I've got some of these. Now, I don't know whether you can see this. I'm going to try. They're like googly eyes. You can buy these. Can you see that? And they sort of move. You see that? And I've got quite a lot of these, so I'm going to use those. If I didn't have those, I would just go down the pen route. But I'm not going to do that. So I'm going to make this cow a little bit boss-eyed. So all you need to do is open up your glue and just pop a tiny bit there and there. Now with this glue, when it dries clear, so don't worry if it runs or anything. And gently just put the eye on. And again with the other side. It's a bit tricky. If that's the case, then use something to help you. I'm just pushing that down. See, so it's gone a bit boss-eyed, and I can move them around slightly because it's not like a glue gun. It doesn't set straight away, but it will hold it enough before it actually does set, if that makes sense, because it's not very heavy. So I'm happy with that. So I'm going to go with that kind of look. Okay. So where are we at? Let me just double check before we do the final stick down. I think we're there. What do you think of that, guys? Are you amazed by it? We've got to the end of this tutorial, and it's looking really good. Now, what I will need to do is stick it down, and then I'm going to spray it. Now, I will just go and get the spray that I'm going to use. It's like a spray varnish. Okay, and I've got some of this over, which is Windsor & Newton high gloss varnish, and I'm going to spray that. Now, I've just realised, even though I've said I'm going to stick it down and spray it, I'm not going to stick it down until I've sprayed the whole cow. And I need to do that outside because this is a bit whiffy. So I will have to do another clip just to quickly show you it after it's been varnished and stuck down. But this is what I'm going to use because I've got a lot of this, so I just want to use it up. So if you use a spray varnish, you can spray it all on there, and you won't be rubbing any of that black paint, because if you get that ghost powder, because it's black and it's powder, if you put any liquid with it, it changes into paint. You don't want that. So it's best to use a spray, and I'm going to spray it, and that's what I'm going to do. And then I don't think it's going to be glossy enough for me. So what I'm going to do after that is actually use another varnish, and I will show you that now. And this is for oil colour medium gloss varnish, and go over it then. Now, like I've just said, this is wet. So if I didn't use that other spray varnish, you would find that when you brush this varnish onto this, it would change that powdered paint to wet paint, and that's not what you want. So I'm hoping, I've done this before, that I seal it with the spray varnish, and then, you know, I might like it. I might think, oh yeah, that's it, it's finished, I don't need to do any more. But if I don't, then I put this gloss varnish on, which is a liquid, and there shouldn't be a problem because I've sealed it with the other varnish, if that all made sense. If it didn't, then write in the comments below what you don't understand, and I will explain it all again, hopefully. No, I won't, because that's the whole idea of this. And we'll go from there. So I'm going to stop waffling on and go outside and spray varnish this, and then I'll do another final clip, because I thought this was the final clip, but it's not, on sticking it down and whether I do give it another varnish, because I can do that and varnish it while I'm showing you, or yeah, showing you what to do basically. Okay, so there you go, guys. So I'm going to go now. Thanks for watching. Like, share and subscribe, and I'll see you all in the next clip. Bye bye for now.